So I want to share with you three techniques. Now, in the integrated human, we think about the jnana yogi or the seers. We talk about the bhakti yogis or the beers. And then we talk about the karma yogis or the doers. So seers, beers, and doers. Okay. And each one of us have a strength in these different areas. We have some people have the strength of visualization and determination. Some people have an emotional skill. They're able to throw lots of emotion on things and motivate themselves through their emotions. And some people are just doers. As long as they're able to do something, they're fine. And each one of those types of people have different access points to their own personal success. And now I'm going to share the one that I love the most because I got to see it used spontaneously correctly with one of my colleagues and students, Marit. So she's here with us in the webinar. This is called the green button technique. Now, my life is filled with amazing people with joy and with the amazing opportunity to help not only patients but also friends get healthier and enjoy their life more. Now, I can't say that I've always enjoyed it as much as I have now, because sometimes when you're working a 16 or 17-hour day in a clinic, sometimes you get a little tired. And it was very difficult for me to be as enthusiastic at the end of a 16-hour day with patients as I was in the beginning of the day. And this was as I was a young chiropractor. So I realized that if I could just be as happy and as motivated with the last patient as I am with the first, I probably wouldn't be as tired. And not only that, I would be able to give more to each one of my patients because I didn't want to turn them away. So what I realized was that I was losing momentum during the day. Okay. So if you're a karma yogi or a doer, you need to keep your momentum high. You need to keep organized because people are going to trigger you. People will push your buttons. Things will not go smoothly. Sometimes they won't go like you expect. And do we usually feel that that gives us energy or takes it away? Now, very often it takes it away. So how do you deal with that? You deal with it with a recovery, a reset. So what I did is I have two treatment rooms. And on the wall of each side, I have a door that I go in between to go to the different patients. So I would finish adjusting one patient and talking to them and blessing them. And then I would touch the green button on the wall. I had drawn a green button. And as I touched that button, I trained myself to reset myself deep inside to be completely present and ready for my next patient. And it only took a second. I just touched the green button and I gave myself the minute or the moment, I should say, and then I walked into the next patient. And then I adjusted that patient and I felt wonderful with that patient because I walked in with momentum and energy. And sometimes you walk into a person who's having a personal crisis or something's happening with them and it's actually quite heavy. But does the next patient again deserve that energy or do they deserve 100% fresh me? Of course, the fresh me. So what did I do? Of course, after I adjusted the patient and blessed them, I touched the green button, I reorganized myself inside, and I moved on to the next patient. So I reset myself. I recovered after each one of my patients. And the weird thing was, not only were my patients more happy, but I was more happy, and I got to spend all day resetting myself to my highest values, my highest purpose. And that saved my energy and it gave me so much pleasure. So imagine you have many moments during the day. You can decide in each one of these moments how you want to feel. If you're conscious, almost regardless of the situation, almost regardless of the things happening around you, whether you're being lucky or not lucky, whether the guy's in front of you, taking too long in the line, whether your cafe latte is 5 minutes too late, or whether the weather's not the way you wanted it, can you choose to reset yourself to a better state inside? Yes or no? You can actually. You can focus on who you want to be and how you want to be. So touch the green button. Now, you're saying, yeah, but I don't have a wall and I don't have 2 treatment rooms, Jason. My life is chaos, bro. Like I'm running everywhere. So how are you going to deal with that? Now, one way you can do that is have an elastic band around your wrist. So what you do is you can, every time you want to reset, you can just pop your wrist, for example, right? Just give yourself some kind of a physical reminder that you want to reset yourself. The other thing is the technique that Maudit actually did, and this was before I talked to her about this technique. This is called being naturally right. Okay, she's naturally right. So what she did was that she wanted to express more love and consideration for the patients coming in. So what did she do? She drew a tiny little heart on her hand, so that every time she looked down at her hands, she reminded herself as she was typing on the computer that I need to reset myself to being loving and kind. Reset myself to being loving and kind. Because the people coming in, though they may be distracted and stressed out, they deserved loving kindness. Now, why was it important that she drew it instead of getting it tattooed? Because she's making a choice consciously. And that's the most important thing for recovery. Whether it's recovering from alcohol or if it's recovering from heroin, you have to make the decision that I'm choosing not to do that now. Think about it just for a moment. What would your green button be? Is it an elastic band? Is it a sticky note on a wall? Is it is it is it something that you write on your hand? Every morning you wake up, you're deciding to eat better. You're deciding to feel better. You're deciding to be more positive. You're deciding to speak more loving words. In my case, the soundbite of success that I was using in my clinic was, what would love do? What would love do? And I got so stoked about meeting my patients. I got so happy to share myself with them that it made it easy for me to work long days in the clinic. I enjoyed it.